Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, the 4-0, number 1 ranked Westlake Hornets head out to Stanford to take on the number 14 ranked Stanford Cardinal, who've been a huge disappointment this season. Stanford has started the season off 2-2 after a lot of their seniors left this past offseason. This team has taken a pretty big regression from a season ago. Looking at Westlake, last week was a bye week. We had the recruiting special. The week before, Westlake played the number 7 ranked Cal Golden Bears and ended up winning that game 35-25. Obviously, the big storyline this season has been the QB battle, and between Rodney Allen and Stephen Westwood, it's been very close. I put a poll out on the community tab saying which numbers were better without spoiling the name of the player. It got over 250 votes, which sucks because like a fourth of the people who voted actually watched the series. But anyway, the vote was fairly close, and the two players have played very close. Rodney Allen has been the more efficient player. Stephen Westwood has been the more dynamic, but not quite as efficient. So it's very even, and because of that, there's no clear front runner for the starting quarterback job, and until there is, this quarterback battle cannot end. So it will continue today. It was supposed to end after the Cal game, but since they're so close, that's not happening. So Rodney Allen will play the first quarter, Stephen Westwood will play the second, and whoever plays better today, and only today, with nothing else taken into account, will get to play the second half. Westlake will start things out on offense. Here is Rodney Allen. It seems like Rodney Allen was winning the quarterback battle. However, with Stephen Westwood playing really well last week against Cal, that's how it's still a debate. Here's John Cummings coming off a nice performance last week. He loses 2. Cummings is now 3rd place in the Heisman vote. He was 1st place after the Cal game, but since Westlake just had a bye week, he has fallen a little bit. But still, that's impressive for a freshman. I think we all expected John Cummings to be pretty good, but I don't think anyone expected him to be this good so early into his career. Here's Allen losing 10 on the sack. That's John Keys who brings him down, and now it's 3rd and quite long. That's what she said. The Stanford offense is a lot worse than it was a season ago. The Cardinal lost quarterback Jermaine Weeks to graduation and running back Brandon Davenport to the NFL draft. He ended up being a first-round pick, so not good there for Stanford. They've missed Davenport, but plays like that will ease their pain as Charles Browning on the short pass will gain 17, trucking Andy Pino in order to get the first down and more. I think there's a little rivalry brewing between these two teams in the recruiting aspect. If you all saw the recruiting special last episode, you may notice that Westlake and Stanford are going after a bunch of the same players, so that's a storyline to watch out for as Lionel Jackson, the quarterback, with a nice first down run. Lionel Jackson is a senior, and once he does graduate this offseason, the new starter will be Jesse McKenzie. McKenzie is the top quarterback from last year's class. 3rd and 3. That is Reggie Sobel. He only gains a yard. Delvin Hines is credited with the tackle. Marcus Jones with the initial contact. And what does Stanford do here on 4th down? 4th and 2 from the 4. And the Cardinal are going to play it safe and take the points. Interesting call. The kick is good. And Stanford now leads it 3-0. And this tree looks depressed because they didn't go for it. Obviously, Westlake's first drive was not pretty at all. Let's see what they can do here as the true freshman Carter Westwood is in motion. Westwood has been the best receiver for this team this year, which is pretty crazy. He gets the toss from Allen. Here's Carter Westwood down the field, stiff-arming the defender, but not before gaining 25 on the run. If you had told me at the beginning of the year that true freshman Carter Westwood and redshirt freshman John Cummings would be the two best players on this offense so far, I would be tickled pink. And obviously, here we are. That has come to fruition. Here's Allen lobbing a bomb for Ulrich Ayaluko. Nobody wanted to cover him. And that's a 39-yard touchdown. And the Hornets are now on the board. Nice play by Allen, scrambling, connecting with the open Ayaluko, who Stanford just decided to say, no, we don't feel like covering him. Westlake takes the lead. Here's the Stanford offense. Their last drive wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. They started with really good field position. Only got a field goal, so I suppose it could have been worse. Here's Browning. He loses a yard for redshirt junior Lewis Kahn. Brings him down. and it's now 2nd and 11. Quarter number 1 in the books. Westlake leads at 7-3. Stephen Westwood now into the game at quarterback. Rodney Allen only completed 1 pass, but it was a damn good one. 2nd down, it's going to be an option. The speedy Westwood will keep it. Here's Stephen. He's going to slide past the 50 for a nice first down gain. Stephen Westwood looking good for like the 4 plays he's been on the field. 2nd and 8. Tim Beck joins Westwood in the backfield. Frank Bray in motion. It's going to be a fake. Stephen Westwood going to scramble with it. And what the hell was that? Oh, okay. That ball, I don't know. I don't know what I just saw there, but now it's 3rd and 9. Westwood going to scramble, being chased from behind by a defender. He gets by him. Westwood with a first down and stiff arms the defender near the 10 for a gain of 18. Something that's been consistent with this QB battle is Rodney Allen and Stephen Westwood both suffering minor injuries. Westwood just got hurt. As you can see, he is back in the game already. 3rd and goal. It's going to be a handoff for Gibbs, and he's going backwards for a loss of 3, and it looks like we'll see the field goal unit come out. Jeremy Patrick, the veteran safety, brings them down. And Westlake's rushing offense outside of Westwood today, both Westwoods today, have not looked good. Stephen and Carter Westwood have both ran the ball well, but Gibbs has been quiet. John Cummings has been quiet. Here's Volker Gantz. This should be a chip shot. And that was a little bit too close for comfort, but Volker Gantz does make the kick. And it's now 10-3 as we got a studio update. Pretty good game out there in Arizona. The 4-0 BYU Cougars and the 4-0 Arizona Wildcats. 2 big surprises this year. Currently, Zona leads at 17-10. The previous Stanford drive did not go too well. Let's see what they can do here. First down, handoff for Bowling, and he's wrapped up in the backfield by Justin McGee. That was a hard hit, too, and Charles Bowling has really done nothing in the ground game today at all. Justin McGee has been a tackling machine this year. 2nd and 12 now for the Cardinal. 3-back set. Here's Jackson. He's going to scramble with it under pressure. He's sacked. I think they're going to give that one to Marcus Shelton. Nope, Lewis Kahn. I would assume it's probably going to be a half sack. Half for Kahn, half for Shelton. Both of them were there to make that play. Delvin Hines with the initial contact as well. So, number of players you could credit this sack to. 3rd and 15 after the sack for the Hornets. Jackson and Bowling in the backfield like usual. Lionel Jackson, he has time. He looks like he wants to survey the field. He's going to yeet it, and it's caught by Logan for a gain of 50. I don't know who was covering him. That was John Paul Patterson on the coverage. Marcus Lee made a nice play to get to him quickly, but still, bad execution by the Westlake defense. 3rd and 6, just under 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. 10-3 is your score. Westlake leads, but Stanford is marching. 3rd down, screen for Bowling, and he will get the touchdown. Marcus Shelton and Justin McGee both read the play perfectly. However, blockers were there quick enough before they could get to Bowling, and then the rest was history. Look at this play again. Shelton and McGee are right there, but Bowling gets a few blocks. He scores, and Stanford will tie it. Now that this game is tied, the Hornets have an opportunity to drive down the field and take the lead before halftime. 2nd down. Westwood gonna look for his tight end, Reggie Herman. Nice tippy-toe grab, but we got a flag, and it is offside. So I would assume Westlake will decline the penalty, and the play will stand. That's Eric Schwend with the flag. 2nd and 10, 1:39 to go here in the first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. As Stephen Westwood, under a ton of pressure, and he threads the needle. Incredible pass to Ulrich Iluko. Only gain of 14. Ulrich Iluko of nice yardage, by the way, 69. That was a really gutsy pass by Stephen Westwood. He had like 3 defenders in his face. Just hoped he got lucky, and he sure did. Westwood now going up the middle for Noah Newton, the Canada native, and he's gone. 40 yards on the stick pattern for the touchdown, and the Hornets will regain the lead late in the half. Here returns the Stanford offense, now once again down by 7. What can they do? Plays like that won't help. The senior linebacker, Lawrence McCoon, will sack Jackson in the backfield. Stanford decided to drain clock, then they got a nice play and figured, oh, maybe we do want to drive down the field. Too little too late, fellas. 3rd down, Charles Browning stopped on the screen by a swarm of defenders, and that is how the first half will end. Westlake leads at 17-10, and Stanford will start the second half on offense. Second half underway. Westlake leads at 17-10. I think the biggest surprise is how quiet the running backs have been. Charles Bowling and John Cummings have combined for like 20 yards today. Third down, another screen pass. Stanford loves these screens, and Lewis Kahn was able to easily tell because Stanford is making it way too obvious. Bowling loses about 4 or 5. You could have called a face mask there if you wanted to, but no flag. I think it's fairly clear Stephen Westwood outplayed Rodney Allen in that first half. However, Allen gets to play the third quarter because he didn't really get an opportunity in the first quarter, and Westlake needs to see both of these players to come up with a clear conclusion. So Rodney Allen will get some more playing time today. His first throw of the half is a completion to Carter Westwood. That's his first catch of the game for about 20. Rodney Allen only threw 2 passes in that first quarter. The only one that was complete was the Ulrich Luco touchdown, 3rd and 3. Handoff for Cummings. Does he get it? No, he does not. Cummings tried to get fancy and only gets 2. Now it's an interesting 4th and 1. Westlake has elected to go for it. Jason Gibbs, the back in the backfield. He's been even worse than John Cummings today. 3 carries for 1 yard, and he will stumble for a gain of 2, but that's all he needs. Now it's 1st and goal after the nice conversion. Allen trying to scramble with it. Gonna look for the back of the end zone. He connects with Carter Westwood for the touchdown. Very nice drive from Rodney Allen. And the Hornets are out by 14. 3rd and inches for Stanford. They've got to get a move on here in this possession if they want any chance of winning this football game. Jackson will look to throw it. Lionel Jackson has no time to pass it. Sacked by the senior Ray Johnson. And now it's 4th and 6. If I'm Stanford, honestly, I would go for it. Stanford, in fact, decides to listen. They will go for it here on 4th and 6. Logan in motion. Jackson gonna look to scramble with it, and he is stopped by Anthony Mitchell. That's a sack. Jackson doesn't lose any yards, but I guess it'll still count as a sack. Rodney Allen is in the game this play, but I think it'll be Stephen Westwood's from here on out. Here's John Cummings. He's barely done anything today, but he gained 17. I think he's had 17. Yeah, he's had 17 yards all day, and now cracks a 17-yard run. 3 quarters down, 1 to go. Westlake up 24-10. Stephen Westwood back in the game. He looked very, very good in that second quarter as Westwood, his first pass of the half, is going to get picked off by Rick Barry, a former Westlake recruiting target many seasons ago, comes down with it. That's the first actual interception Westlake's thrown this year. Stephen threw an interception in the Kansas State game, but that was a forced pass late at the end of the first half. That was just a bad interception. Not ideal for Stephen. Both Allen and Westwood have done a very good job this season of avoiding turnovers. So when one of them throws an interception like that, that can really derail this QB battle. 3rd down, Lewis Kahn reads the screen perfectly again and gets the interception. Stanford needs to be more predictable with these plays because all they've been doing on 3rd down is running screens. Can't expect to win many football games when the other team knows what plays you're running. It is now 3rd and 8 after an illegal touching on John Cummings. That feels really weird to say. Here's Stephen Westwood looking to throw it. Risky pass, and it's caught by Noah Newton. That's a 1st down. Excellent coverage by Stanford in the middle of the field, but Newton was able to get open. A staple of this quarterback battle is always the minor QB injuries. Stephen Westwood just got a boo-boo. Rodney Allen back in. 3rd down. Allen gonna run with it, and he will dive for a gain of 14. Probably didn't even have to dive, but shoot, it worked. Even Westwood bruised his forearm. He will be out for the remainder of the game. It's not a serious injury. Westlake could have let him come back in, but considering there's only about 2 minutes left, there's no need for Stephen Westwood to return. Here's Rodney on 1st down, getting sacked for a loss of 8. John Cummings ran for a gain of 8. He unwisely ran out of bounds, yet Stanford still called time. Very interesting. 3rd down. Allen. Risky throw, and it is incomplete. Josh Bell with the deflection. Anybody know that name from this channel? 2 minutes left to go. Here's another chip shot for Volker Gantz to make it a 3-possession game. And it goes off the crossbar and in. Volker Gantz is awfully lucky right now. His number 5, Miami, squeaks past the 0-5 NC State Wolfpack. A top 5 team should not only win by 3 against a winless team. Got to do better than that, Hurricane. I mean, Stanford can play for pride now. I'm sorry, Stanford. You lost this game. Down by 3 scores with not much time left. Second down. Lionel Jackson is sacked. Delvin Hines, the sophomore, brings him down for a loss of 8. That is how this game will end. Westlake wins it 27-10. Wasn't a sexy win, but a good win nonetheless. The defense played really well in this game. Looking at a quarterback battle, it's still even. Rodney Allen's numbers today would suggest that he performed better. However, that's only because I gave him that opportunity to play the third quarter. So, this quarterback battle is not over, and it feels like it will never be over. We might just have the dual quarterback system all season. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.